In 2017, the premiere of Game of Thrones' 7th season was watched by over 16 million viewers in the US. Next year, HBO's new corporate drama, Succession, opened with less than 1 million people on TV. Comparing a highly anticipated show's opening episode with a pilot of a new series can feel unfair, rightfully so. However, the first episode of God, which aired in 2011 on HBO, was seen more than triple as Succession's first episode, and even similar to the most watched episode of Succession, which is the final. Both shows are streamed on the same platform in relatively close periods. Both shows are loved not only by the critics, but by the fans, and you can find many people for both who claim the show is the best series ever. Yet, in terms of popularity, there is a clear winner. Although such similar conditions and successes, Wise got much more successful than Succession. I mean popular. Let's point out elephants in the room first. The genre. Pitched battles with dragons flaming around versus the merger acquisitions of two media giants. No wonder the viewership counts are so different. Fantasy action shows are highly welcomed by the general public. Many lucrative films and series can be named. Nevertheless, people are not found tempting family drama as much. The budget. As can be guessed, it is much cheaper to film talking people in plazas than to film constantly battling 7 kingdoms in a fantasy world, with some fantasy creatures also around. And the marketing. I know, it is a bit chicken and egg situation, but the marketing of these two shows cannot be compared. The more money spent on marketing, the more people sit on the TV. Since we get rid of the elephants, we can analyze more interesting causes, at least for me. I think there are also more subtle, creative choices behind this massive viewership difference. They might not have a major effect as the previously mentioned ones. Yet, for the works in this scale, they could affect hundreds of thousands of people, more watch the show or less. Before the reasons, it should be stated that there can be spoilers for the shows. So, I warned you. The first reason is the existence of good and evil characters. For the general audience, it is easier to connect with the show when there are characters to be liked and to be hated. If your show has someone like Ned Stark and Joffrey Baratheon, people don't confuse or argue who they support. Otherwise, you can create more morally complex characters and satisfy postmodernist cinema lovers. Yet, sadly, not the audience. Another reason is having catchy lines. I accept. Both shows are perfect examples of excellent dialogue writing, and they both have some catchy lines. However, one has considerably more lines that can be shared everywhere, can be used in marketing campaigns, and can be a part of popular culture. You may not need catchy slogans to keep people engaged for the show, but you need them to gain the interest of people in the show. Of course, they are not the only way, but they can be massively helpful. So, while both Game of Thrones and Succession stand as titans of television, beloved by critics and fans alike, their differing approaches to genre, budget, character complexity, and quotability ultimately dictated their disparate levels of mainstream popularity. Game of Thrones leveraged its epic fantasy canvas, clear moral lines, and iconic dialogue to become a global cultural phenomenon, drawing in millions with its accessible narrative hooks. Succession, by contrast, cultivated a masterpiece of nuanced character study and intricate corporate machinations, appealing to a more discerning audience with its morally ambiguous world. Neither approach is inherently superior, but in the arena of raw viewership, the dragons, heroes, and villains, alongside easily digestible catchphrases, clearly won the day. It's a testament to the power of broad appeal in entertainment, demonstrating that sometimes simplicity and spectacle, rather than complexity and subtlety, pave the road to record-breaking success.